I suppose moving on to your financial and insurance impacts, maybe can you share with us how the insurance sector has been impacted?
Yeah. So it's been a crazy time to be an actuary, I must say. So every single type of insurance you can imagine has been affected in some way. So you can imagine travel insurance was first off the rank as everyone started cancelling their travel. You know, lockdowns meant no one's driving. So suddenly all the motor insurance claims have dropped away. We haven't had as many accidents and so on. So, you know, some people are arguing that they should get, you know, premium discounts or reductions this year because there's, you know, they haven't been able to use their cars. Private health insurance is the same. So obviously the private hospitals all locked down. You know, they weren't allowed to operate because we were making sure we had enough personal protective equipment for our staff. So we said, well, let's not do any you know, non-urgent surgery. So of course people are saying, well, I can't use my private health insurance. Why do I have it? And ditto, they can't go and see, you know, their psychologist or whatever. So that's all been shut down. So, you know, there's a couple of sectors of insurance that have had a real gain because no one's been able to do certain activities, but a couple have been hit really hard. And those were particularly travel insurance and business interruption insurance, where my gut feel is we're going to have a bit of a interesting time with that whole business interruption space. So I look back some years ago, the Queensland floods. I don't know if you recall at the time, but there was a huge fight because so many insurance policies had very, very different terms, very different definitions, and all these people suddenly discovered they weren't covered because of the way that the storms and the floods had arrived. And so you saw a real push from government to standardise terms. I'm going to take a guess here that we might see that push over the next 12 months. A lot of insurers have been quite flexible in the way they apply their terms because they know they'll get crucified if they're not. But I think particularly that business interruption space we might, and possibly travel insurance, we might end up seeing some standardisation there. Workers' comp is probably another one that I think will be interesting for people. So you know, again, suddenly we've had everybody working from home. That's changed the way claims happen. But now we're going into a recession. One thing we know about recessions is that workers' comp claims go up. And particularly mental health stress claims tend to go up, and they can be very expensive. So, you know, if I can encourage the business people on the call, I'd really encourage you to keep your eye on that and work with your workers' comp insurer just to really understand what's, you know, what you need to do to help to manage that.